In this video, I'll be showing you how you can make your own Photoshop actions, and in this way we are going to be making one action that is going to help us do the most important and essential steps for our editing process when it comes to Photoshop. So those that don't know an action is basically a shortcut that is going to help us create different steps or processes in Photoshop with just a single click, so that you don't go through the whole process of creating or making layers in Photoshop or making different steps when it comes to Photoshop. So in this video, I'll show you how you can create all those actions that are going to be very important for you as a photographer that uses Photoshop frequently or more often. So let's just get started. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to come to a window right here and make sure actions is open in this case, and you can see the actions panel is going to be opened at this point. And before you go ahead to record the action, the very first step is simply coming to the folder icon, and you can rename the action to maybe photo editing actions, like this. So after that, just come and click OK. So whenever you want to record the action, all you have to do is create the folder, and after the folder has been created or the set, click on the plus icon. So our very first action is going to be the frequency separation. We're going to create a 16-bit action for this kind of demonstration. So we shall be creating the frequency separation action, the dodging and burning action, then the skin uniformity action, and the eye and teeth whitening action. So all these are going to be in just one simple set or group. So we're going to come and hit on the record button right here, and the action is going to be recorded as you're seeing right here. So you're going to create the layers for frequency separation like we usually do. Come to the background layer and press Ctrl J twice to create those layers for frequency separation, and rename these layers to color, and double click on this. You're going to rename this to texture, and after renaming this, come to the color layer and turn off the texture layer. Then you're simply going to come to filter, blur, and come to Gaussian blur. So usually we want the action to stop at this point, whereby we want to input the Gaussian blur radius, because whenever you're trying to edit photos, we want to be able to change this value later on for each and every photo that we want to edit. So click OK, but the most important step at this point is going to be coming to the action that is being recorded, and make sure you toggle on this Gaussian blur step. So in order for the action to stop every time you reach this point, so you're going to come to the texture layer and now turn it on and select it. Come to image, apply image, then select color layer under the layers, channel RGB, then make sure we select a blending of add, then the scale is 2, this is a 16-bit image, and turn on the invert option. Yeah, the scale is 2, offset 0, turn on the invert option and click on OK. Then all we have to do is change the blend mode from normal and changing it all the way down to linear light. Then select both these layers and press Ctrl G, or you can use Command G on the keyboard to group this, and we can rename this to frequency separation. So we are done recording the frequency separation action. Yeah, so we're going to hit enter or return after renaming the frequency separation action. Then you can simply open up this and select the color layer, and all we have to do is come into the brushes and selecting our mixer brush tool, then setting it accordingly. So make sure you select it and make sure it is clean. Make sure the second option, that is clean brush, after each stroke is selected, and you can input the brush settings that work for you. So you're done creating the frequency separation 16-bit action, and once you're done recording the action, simply come and click on the stop button, and the action is going to be recorded like that. So you're going to record another action at this point, which is going to be our color match action. So usually we use the solid color adjustment layer. So I'm just going to come to new action. So with this new set selected, come and add the action, and you can name this to color, or you can rename it to skin tone, and we can do the same process to create this action. And you can say set can be changed down here, and you can input it in any set that you want. So we shall come and hit on record, and usually we just use a simple technique, which is using the solid color adjustment layer. Then simply come and click OK. All we have to do is turning off this layer. You can see action is now being recorded, and after turning off the layer, double click right here and you sample a color that you want, but make sure for your settings 5x5 average is selected and sample all is also selected. Then click on OK. But we want the action to always stop at this point, whereby we have to sample a color that we want regarding the skin color or skin tone. So you're going to be stopping it at that point later on. So come back and turn this layer on and change the blend mode from normal and change it all the way down to color. Then all we have to do, remember we wanted to stop our action at this point. So wanted it to stop at this very point, hit on the stop button and select this layer mask and press Ctrl I on the keyboard, or you can use Command I to invert this, and we can rename this to skin tone matching and hit enter, and select the black layer mask. Come to the color swatches, click to reset them to black and white, and get the normal brush tool and the settings as usual, soft round brush, and make sure white is the foreground color. And by just doing that, come and simply stop recording the action. So that is action number 2. So let's see if these two actions that we have been able to record are going to be working perfectly. So I've deleted those. Let's first try the skin tone action. Hit the play button, and you can see it has stopped at this point, whereby we want to determine the good part of the skin tone that we want. Click on that and hit on OK, and you can see it has done the processes for us. So that is the skin tone matching action. And let's try the one for the frequency separation. Select the action and hit the play button, and you can see it stops at this point where we have to input the right amount of Gaussian blur. So you take this down and you can move this accordingly until when the textures are disappearing, and you can click on OK, and all these are going to be created for you. So that is the importance of using actions. So let's create one or two more actions for quick editing as a photographer. So we shall come to our set right here and create another action for the eye and teeth, eyes and teeth, like that. So usually we shall click OK. So for this, basically I use a simple technique, that is coming and creating a hue and saturation adjustment layer, and all I have to do is I desaturate the image to around -75. Then with this selected, I press Ctrl I on the keyboard, or you use Command I on the keyboard to invert this, and you can double click to rename this to eyes whitening or eye whitening, or whatever you prefer, and select the black layer mask. Come to the brushes and get the normal brush tool, and make sure white is the foreground color among the swatches, and the action is going to be recorded. And remember to come back to your actions and make sure you stop recording the action. So make sure you hit the stop button. So that action has as well been created. So every time you want to whiten eyes and teeth, play the action and get the brush tool and you paint on the eyes and the teeth. So we shall create one final action, which is the dodge and burn action. So same process, it has to be under that, and you can name this to DNB for dodging and burning, and hit the record button. And for dodging and burning, we use curves. So just come here and come to our curves adjustment layer, click in the middle, drag down. This is for the shadows, and with this selected, press Command I, or you can use Ctrl I, and you can name this to burn, and you're going to do the reverse for the highlights or the bright areas of the image. Click in the middle and you brighten up the image like that. With this white llama selected, press Command I, Control I for those using Windows. You can rename this to dodge. So dodge is for highlights and burn is for the shadows. Hit enter, select both the dodge and burn and press Ctrl G, or you can use Command G, and you can rename the group to D and B for dodging and burning. So open up the group and select the burn layer mask and come and get your normal brush tool at this point and make sure the opacity and the flow is 100%. Make sure you have black and white on the color swatches and ensure that white is the foreground color. And all you have to do is go ahead and do the dodging and burning over the image. So with that done, you can see that we have created the action, but don't forget to stop recording the action. Yeah, every time you finish, make sure you stop recording the action. So you have been able to create all these actions, and let's see if they really work for us. So frequency separation, all we have to do, play the action, input the right Gaussian blur radius, and that is going to be done. Once you're done doing the frequency separation, you can come and work on the skin tone. Select the skin tone action and hit the play button. Get the right amount of the skin color that you want. Click OK. Get the brush tool and paint over the skin to create uniform skin color. You can come and get the eye and teeth whitening action. Hit the play button and simply brush over the eyes and teeth. And finally, you can select the dodge and burn action and hit the play button. And you can see it has created for us all these layers, and all we have to do is simply dodge and burn to enhance the highlights and the shadows in the image. So by simply using that, all those simple shortcuts, we can edit our photos easily, quickly and faster as a photographer. So I hope you have learned a thing or two from this video. Ronix from Ronix Photography. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in 8 more videos on this channel. Don't forget, keep practicing and as well keep creating.